Hi, this is Jim Connor. Welcome to another segment of Game Changers X. We are currently in Tallinn, Estonia at the Latitude 59 conference. I'm here with Joyce Shen, who is from Thomson Reuters Corporation. Joyce, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
I met you the other night while we were tasting brandy. It was a great experience. I think we had 7 different brands of 5-year to 35-year-old brandy, and we had a nice conversation. And essentially, you told me about your role as the Director of Emerging Technology and Investments, correct?
Yes, so I work at Thomson Reuters, leading emerging technology partnership and investments. We look at anything from emerging technology strategy to emerging technology partnership development and investment, and really advise our senior executives about emerging technologies that are relevant for Thomson Reuters and for our customers.
So what are some of the emerging technologies that would be relevant? I mean, there's FinTech, which is all over the place. There's payments. There's information. What are the things that are most interesting?
Well, Thomson Reuters has historically been very innovative around technology. Every part of the enterprise technology stack is relevant to us. And with respect to more of the future emerging technologies, we see some of the things here, blockchain, distributed ledger. We look at kind of mobile, the next generation mobile, the next generation of big data, analytics, artificial intelligence. I mean, all those things are enablers of creating better services, better content for our customers. And, of course, Thomson Reuters is, in some part, a part of our business is a fintech, so we very much care about that.
Yeah. So now in your role, you look at various technologies and then you make an introduction to the business unit, or how does that work?
So we need to understand technology first, right? So we're very deep in terms of our understanding of technology and what are the functionalities, what are the capabilities, and how they fit into the technology stack, and be able to then advise both the corporate technology teams and the business units about the technology and what it can enable with respect to business and our transformation using technology. That's the first step. And once we build that knowledge base and that research and that awareness, we think about how can we use some of these emerging technologies, how can we find emerging technology startups to partner with and to accelerate applied innovation. We have a team that's called Applied Innovation that focus on delivering next generation products aligned to our customers, and emerging technology team play a key role in that. And investment is another element to that.
So you're a little unusual there that you will make a direct investment in a company when appropriate, or develop a partnership, and you do that directly from the corporation, Thomson Reuters, versus being a venture group or an innovation center or an accelerator. You're just part of the corporation, and you go in, you make the investment, you build the relationship, you bring in the business units, and I assume you're responsible for managing the relationship of that startup to the business unit?
Yes, initially, and we then really enable the business to carry on managing that deeper relationship as they evolve into more commercial and bigger opportunity. But from an investment perspective, you're absolutely right. I think there are 2 differentiations. One is we're very much end-to-end, right? So you see very few corporations that have emerging technology, strategy, strategic insights, all the way to investment under one team. You usually see innovation separate from investment, from technology, right? I work for the Chief Technology Officer, and not many companies under the CTO have this end-to-end ability.
Absolutely.
And yes, we do directly invest in companies that we believe are creating very forward-thinking products in the evolving data ecosystem.
How long does it take you to make an analysis that this is a worthwhile company, we'll say, or opportunity to develop a relationship with?
I think it depends on the company, but also it's also about, we see ourselves as, seed investor, right? Not in every company we see, but in companies that, again, we see tremendous potential to develop different kinds of collaboration opportunities down the line. And so in addition to evaluating the company similar to a seed institutional venture investor, we also put the lens of how is this relevant to Thomson Reuters? What is the potential we could see? We don't need necessarily to have the partnership today, but we should be able to see the future, right? And so,
will other investors participate in this round of funding?
we always co-invest. I think to your point, we try to reimagine what corporate investment is like. Typically you have the venture arms in corporations, and that has its benefits. And what we're trying to do is the investment is part of the applied innovation fabric and process for the company. And so at the stage where we're investing, a lot of times we are the first corporate investor. So in some sense, even though we're co-investing, we are leading from a corporate perspective.
Well, you certainly lead in the due diligence area. There's no question, and the distribution and the integration. So there's a huge opportunity, and that's a benefit to your co-investors. I assume they recognize that.
Well, I think so. I think we learn a lot from them as well.
Is it you're the director? Do you have a team in your group?
So we have a very small team, but we also have a virtual team. Applied innovation is a bigger team in Thomson Reuters where we focus end-to-end of the innovation process, build on technologies that I think were important for our customers and clients. But we really, again, trying to reimagine what corporate innovation is like and really implement this concept of lean innovation end-to-end, right? So if you are entrepreneurial, if you're a startup, you come to Thomson Reuters, you can talk to one applied innovation team or emerging technology team, and you're able to see where can I fit into Thomson Reuters from a partnership perspective as well as from an investment or from a co-creation perspective, right? You don't have to go to multiple areas of the large companies trying to figure that out.
That's great. Now, how did you get into this area? I mean, did you come from a technology background and you worked at Reuters and you decided one day that you wanted to be the director of this emerging tech, or how did this happen?
I feel very fortunate about this role. This role and my prior role have always been new roles created for me. I could say I have been a very experienced entrepreneur. So emerging technology partnership investment didn't exist in Thomson Reuters a year and a half ago, and we really built that from the ground up, and again, reimagining what that is. Previous to this, I was at IBM. I was most recently the CFO of Bluemix, their cloud platform services business. And then before that, I worked in one of the software businesses, and I started my career IBM working in corporate development, focusing on mergers and acquisitions.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So I just want to be sure, though, when you came to Reuters, the position was created for you to come to Reuters, or did you join Reuters and then see the position created?
No, the position was created for me, and therefore I joined. And
that is so unusual that an outsider would be given this kind of a position. You must have had demonstrated some tremendous value. So,
well, I think it's it's less about kind of me, more about this need of corporates really think about how do you continue to push the boundary of innovation, right? And we're here today looking at what Estonia government is doing, what other large companies are doing, and just thinking about the traditional innovation that people thought about 5 years ago isn't sufficient anymore.
Yep, good. So. Well, I want to thank you for your time, and I want to say that there's probably some entrepreneurs who are watching the show here in our audience, and if they think there's an opportunity to offer something useful, what's the best way to contact you?
They should send me an email, LinkedIn. I always reply.
And your Twitter handle is?
Joyce J. Shen.
Joyce, really delightful to meet you and hear about your approach to innovation. It's quite unusual. I want to thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, Jim.
This is Jim Conner. Thank you for joining us for this segment on Game Changers X. You can follow us on our website, gamechangers.tv, Facebook, or Twitter. We look forward to your continued interest and participation in upcoming shows.